bring up this very, very important topic, which is teenage pregnancy. I'm going to be very brief. As we all know that teenage pregnancy is a situation that involves a teenager getting pregnant. Nowadays, it's no longer even a teenager, sometimes a child from 12 years, because a teenage starts from 13 years to 19. Ne? Yeah. So we've read about children getting pregnant at the age of 12. So it is quite alarming. It is really, really disturbing that our children are affected in this way. Teenage pregnancy has been on the increase, especially here at our school. And I am going to take you through this presentation so that we all together can come up with an amicable solution. Causes of teenage pregnancies. There are many causes of teenage pregnancies, such as our children nowadays, they have the knowledge of sex. Ne? Even though we don't want to believe this, our children nowadays have knowledge of sexual activities. And where is it coming from? It is from the internet, it is from the TVs, it is from the magazines, it is from the media and the whole internet at large.
Also came as a homework.
Really? We will talk about that. Okay, thank you very much. Lack of parental supervision is one of the causes of teenage pregnancies as well. We as parents do not check up on our kids. We don't check our kids, our children's friends. This is also peer pressure, eh? Yes, we don't check up on who are our children's friends, who are they playing with, what are they doing on the phones. We don't supervise our children. Lack of attention. If that child starts feeling like they are not loved at home, they are going to look for that love in the street. So if we as parents can also just start giving love to our children, making our children feel loved, especially those teenagers are at that age, that puberty age, where they feel so. Another cause of teenage pregnancies is that we need to educate our children on contraceptives. Whether we like it or not, some of our children are sexually active. We need, even though you can be talking, don't have sex, you must abstain, blah, blah, blah. If their child is sexually active, the only thing that you can do is also educate their child on contraceptives. Our teenagers are left sometimes to take care of themselves. Some of our parents, they leave town and leave the children just stay. And then the children are left to do whatever they want. Yes. And then I think absent parents as well. I would not like to believe that we have absent parents in this hall, because we are present parents. But it's one of the causes as well. Poverty also is one of the causes of teenage pregnancies. What can we do about it as parents? With that said, we as parents, teachers, and the whole society at large, I think the first step to do is we should educate our children, our teenagers, on pregnancy and how it can also change their lives. We should educate them on contraceptives, peer pressure, sex education. Parents should also supervise their children, especially the girl child. and give them love and attention at home. So teenage pregnancies comes with many bad side effects, consequences such as learners sometimes have to drop out because of shame. They don't want to come back because they are afraid to be stigmatized. They are afraid, they are ashamed of the peers. Although us as teachers we try to welcome them, to educate the other learners, they themselves already start to have low self-esteem. So sometimes the teenage have complications during pregnancy and they might not come back as soon as possible. So sometimes they also lose out on schoolwork. They miss that whole year or that few months that they have to be away from school. So if all of us, teachers, parents, and the whole society, we can work together, supervise our children, give them love, educate them on teenage pregnancy and the bad effects. If we can do whatever we can to protect the girl child, then I think we can have low rate of teenage pregnancy. Do we have any questions? Somebody want to add something? Mr. Valero? Anything? Okay, we start. Thank you very much.
And we must ask them whether they have taken the protection with. Here is a paki and the hood. You understand? So now, dear parents, whether we like it or not, we can only talk about our days. They are gone for good. This is a new age that we need to deal with. Now, before I start to inform you about the activities that we have planned for this semester or the term, let me share my experience that I had with a parent last week, Friday. I was hoping, Tanito, let me see the people I'm talking with. Photo now. I was hoping to see the parent, but I cannot see the parent. Okay, but anyhow, this was the experience. We were talking about the contributions for the back to school dash. And he told his child that he's not going to contribute anything, which I thought it was a wrong way to do. So I called him, he came, and then we spoke about it. And I could see that face-to-face is also having a serious effect. Ultimately, when we are done talking, we left one another in good faith. Although he thought he was older than me, and we went until the age, you know. Right. So he even gave more than what he was supposed to give, more than what he was supposed to give, that he has refused. The money was just coming out. You know, the dollars were released on a serious note. Dear parents, as I'm presenting the activities to you, you need to see the slogan in your imagination. Zula to survive. That's where we are heading. Okay? The money that you think the government is giving timely is not the case. Like now, it might only come after July. And in the meantime, we should keep the school running and going. So, allow me to thank you for a successful back to school bash that we had. Without you, we could not have reached the success. So if you have contributed, and if you have not contributed, you can silently give yourselves a round of applause. And as alluded on earlier, we had the inter-house athletics. That's where the fight was. Because the reasoning of this parent was, I must contribute and give my child money to go and buy what I have contributed. And then I said, it makes a lot of sense. If we did not invite anybody to bring a child to Hocksteen, did we?
No.
Voluntarily. So when you are at Hocksteen, you abide by what Hocksteen is telling you to do. We did not send out any notice on Facebook, bring your kids to Hocksteen. So it was out of free will. So, and it's an institution. So what applies to one child applies to the rest of the school. Good? And then today we are having the parent meeting, as you can see, on the 17th of Feb. Although St. Valentine's Day is next week, Tuesday, we will only celebrate it on Friday. I know there are a few parents that are already troubled by their kids, who is my Valentine partner, and all those things. At this stage, you cannot tell the kids, we did not do those things when we were your age. Gone are those days. So, we will have a short program on Friday where the kids will send shout outs to that special admirer sitting somewhere. Some of these people are at school. So there's no way that we can put our heads down. If not academically strong, socially, a level should be there. Then, the zonal athletics will be hosted by all the schools in Rospina, and each school will play a part. So Hocksteen will also play a part. And for us to play our part, we will reach out to you. So love to survivors. So just be ready for the request. Also on the 17th of March, it will be the start of the first midterm break. 17th of March until the 24th, 25th that week. Then we'll meet after the weekend. So when they come back from the midterm break, we have a fun day at school where we will meet again the dollars that are shivering in the pockets to come out to real life. Okay? And then again, after the end of March, we will again go on a break from the 6th of April until the 10th. That will be the Easter break. Okay? Then we'll have the zonal netball trials, and also in the week of the recess, we'll also have our first test week. So parents, we would like to ask that you should really make sure that the kids are studying, because these marks will be added to their final marks at the end of the year, so they'll be able to go to the next grade. Each learner will receive a timetable. So I know when we come home we are tired. And if the kid says, I have studied, we don't even take the book and ask what you have studied. For some of us, our kids are undermining our intellectual level. So when you say something, they will make it sound as if you don't know what you're talking about. That's how some kids behave. But still, please, let's try. Some kids are too clever than us. Then we will have, on the 28th of April, we'll have Mr. and Mrs. Hocksteen Primary School. The little ones first. If you want your child to partake, let's start planning now. We can even have 30 kids taking part, as long as we get money. And, okay? Right. Then in May we have about 3 breaks. The first midterm break will start from the 1st of May until the 5th of May, I think, 7th, after the 7th. The school will start on the 8th, I think. And then again, on the 18th of May will be a public holiday. And then 19th is a school holiday. Then the week after that, on the 25th of May, will be Africa Day, which is a public holiday. And the 26th of May will be a school holiday. Again, so we are resting. Good. And then the final or the end of term exams will start from the 22nd of May. So it means the last long weekend will be during the examination. So you can just check out and see. But most of the time, it seems as if the kids will be with you, in your care, to be assisted by you. Okay? So, having said all this, the only thing that will make these activities to be a huge success is the money that you are sitting on top. You are sitting on top of that money. Right? All men have their monies in the back pocket, so if you stand up, you'll see how relieved the dollars will be, thinking that they are coming out. So let's help the school to make a success. We have asked copy papers and things from the learners. I hope you guys have sent it. When I say you guys, it's not out of disrespect, but it's because I'm older. So with that, plate my story here. Any questions? Oh, yes, sir. The activities.
We feel some of us parents, we feel we are left out due to how we pay. So we feel some of us left out when our kids comes home, like in the 25, not 25, others are paying 20. When my kids come to me and ask me, I want to contribute, the kids come to me to ask me, Papa, other police paid already. What about me? So I'm feeling that I'm getting nothing, so you look foolish for me. Not like to go there and take off. I have to ask someone, Zula, whatever.
Zula to survive.
Sometimes when you are planning also, you group all of us who are Zula to survive. The same part, the same direction.
Okay, sir. I really understand what you're saying, but unfortunately, some days don't allow us to sit down and think when the town has money. I was thinking, if somebody's not a teacher, then they have enough money. I really thought so. So, all the people that are not teachers are supposed to have money from one payday until the next payday. I so thought.
Huh?
Seriously, people. So you also don't have money like teacher. Oh. Okay. I'm telling you what you can also do is, you can also ask the school to keep your money safe. Yeah? We can do that. We can do that. Yeah, we can do that. Now that you have seen the activities, then you can say, I'm paying already for this activity. Then we can keep the money until that activity. Because with us, when I say us, I mean us, these African colored people. We don't plan in advance. And that's the only problem. The day you have decided that you are going to make somebody in your image, then these things come with expenses. So all right, yes sir.
Since the contract don't be thank you for this time. My question is just what's on the occasion wearing on Friday.
Sorry sir?
On the occasion wearing.
Oh, casual wearing, yeah.
Casual wearing, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has been happening last of maybe couple of weeks.
On the 27th?
Yes, child will be asked to wear and to, if they don't wear the uniform, they were being asked to pay $10, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Right? $10 if you don't put on the school uniform. But if you put on the school uniform, it's a $5.
Okay.
Right? If I'm not mistaken.
Right. Where did the news come from?
I'm speaking out of the correction.
Now, where did the news come from to you?
To my child.
From your child
Yes.
to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Right? So it makes us difficult. Imagine we are failing to pay the 200 Namibian dollar, which is a contribution from individuals. And yet, the $10, which is, I fail to pay the 200. And it's even overloading to me as a parent. While we do have our secondaries, we are paying, if they put on the school uniform, it's a $2. I mean, if they don't put on the school uniform, it's a $2. They pay the $2.
$2?
Yes.
The same secondary school where my child is schooling?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But now to our kids at the Hocksteen, they have been asked to pay $10, $5. That is my contribution.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right, okay. Sir, I want to first understand. I first want to understand if you say we are unable to pay the $200.
Yes.
Who are these we that you are referring
I'm
to?
referring because I understand.
No, are you talking about you, or who is the we? Can you afford or not? Leave the rest.
No, me myself.
Or you cannot afford, sir. It's all in your mind.
But madam.
Yeah, but let me explain to you. The $10 story, that's not true. It is not true. The only $10 story we had, as a teacher, if you put on the school uniform, you contribute a $10. If you don't put on the school uniform, you contribute a $20. That's the only $10 we spoke about on the 27th of January. Yeah, and it worked. We had teachers wearing school uniform. So if you want, my dear parent, for us to charge $10 for those that are not wearing casual, we will do that. We will do that. It's a new start. Yes, madam.
Or maybe it's the school, or how, I don't know how much I put it, make it easier like this. Is there any way that the school, I will not make it, it will be unfair if it says to be only books there, but to me, I realize that whenever there are some activity that says to go out where parents have to contribute, or they have to dress up, they have to pay something, then it's a collide whereby from stepping stone to Hocksteen. Now, like me, I'm a parent from a lot of school.
The kids you mean?
Yes.
Your kids?
My kids.
Oh, okay. They are different schools.
From different schools.
Oh, okay.
Now, I was thinking, is there would be no any other way whereby if your school is having this activity, maybe you a way out so that you don't collide with other schools, for us at least to accommodate all our kids.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Are we done, ma'am?
Yes.
Can I try?
Yes.
Okay. Ma'am, unfortunately, all the schools are in silent competition. So if we want our parents to smile when we give financial reports, we are thankful to parents like you, who is catering for all the schools. So please just do justice to all the kids that you have. We are so proud of you. Get some more so that we can have more. Okay?
All the class teachers having
WhatsApp group.
yeah, with the parents of the For example, like me, my work sometimes won't allow me to come and find my kids not missing. Sometimes even sleeping, but the kids is sleeping. And we all know that kids just sometimes they lost the paper, sometimes they fail to tell you the message, sometimes they just forget the number.
Okay.
And for example, like when you was a stepping stone, we had in a class group, but everything was happening in school. Or it's homework, it's a donation. But while I'm at work, I know already all this is good, and I make a plan. Otherwise, the teacher will just break. Who is the parent of this kid? But me, I'm there also struggling with life so that I can provide this.
Struggling with life.
So that I can provide this. And there you are, it's good already. What kind of parent is this kid? She never makes homework. She never what, but the people never even
Can I ask you, ma'am, are you on, we have Hocksteen primary school notices. So if you are not on the group, can I ask you to give your number to the principal so that you may add it to the group and see the news immediately?
Thank you very much.
Teachers are having a WhatsApp group, then you will get it.
Thank you very much, Ms. Alwe, for a wonderful presentation.
Finally, sir.
Yes.
Finally, dear parents, there's something very much disturbing. Let me end with this. When we have a function like we had on Saturday, we are having these functions to make money. But if you come to our function and sell what we are selling, that cannot work. So please don't even plan to come and sit outside the yard on the 4th of March. Because we'll ask the Namibian police to deal with you. It's not normal. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Okay. Dear parents.
I think most of the registered teachers are having a WhatsApp group. If you are not added to their group or any other parents, approach the teacher. I've seen you going to collect your kids at the school. Go to the teacher and then ask if he or she can add you to his or her WhatsApp group. Then you can be added. The other thing that I also realize is here in Roshpina is comparison. We are highly comparing schools here. Talking of stepping stone, what type of school is it? Where does it fall? Talking of RPA, what type of school is it? Where does it fall? Private school with 40 learners. You are comparing a school with, as I just mentioned, with 1,028 learners. So some of things doesn't make sense at all. And it looks like we are not caring also on one another. And so my conclusion on this is that we should stop comparing school and then we just adhere and advise accordingly as a brief talk. Okay, the time is almost up. Just to allude on the issue of teenage pregnancy is a concerned parent and it is affecting the community of Roshpina. In 2019, we had one child at Hocksteen. That girl was 13 years old. 2020, we had another one, 12 years to 13 years old. and then we skipped 2021 and last year. This year, we are having 2. Yes, so it's very much embarrassing. I do not know why Ms. Anna didn't want to touch on the real fact. We are giving statistics to the regional office that will affect the whole Karas region. So I don't know whether you can, we have to point fingers to who. Is it to our men, adult men, or to the mothers now? But it's a serious concern. I am not from the high school, but they can witness in their meetings also. This year we are having 2. If you know of these perpetrators, as one can say, please talk to these male people that are doing these things. It's not good at all. So I remember in 2020, Karas region was one of the regions with the lowest statistics when it comes to teenage pregnancy. I do not want us to have the lowest statistics, but a 0. Please, it should be a 0. It is not good, man, for parents, a mother, to walk to the clinic with your 12 years old who's pregnant. You as a parent also, you feel embarrassed, you don't feel good. And then the society might say that you are not talking to your child, but they are those ones. My daughter is 12, turning 13. Is Julia here? She's not here. Okay, she's 12, turning 13. Now, at various times, she will come back home when I send her to Spar or ShopRite and tell me that there was a certain gentleman trying to approach her. Imagine a 12-year. There were times that she has to talk to ShopRite manager, and then another time she spoke to one of the gentlemen who used to drive the CCM bus to assist her because that security guy who was working there was busy with her. So it's happening in Roshpina. It's very serious thing. So let us not think that it's a point on teenage pregnancy and it's not here. So please, I don't know whether to say men or whoever, please let's stop it. The last one on that one is that even last week, Saturday, I went into Tops to buy a refreshment for myself, and I found 2 girls of our school leaning on the wall, and then I think they did not recognize me, and then they were asking for this refreshment from other men. And the 2 guys went into Tops, they purchased these things and went to give. Then I confiscated the items from the girls and confronted the men. Why are you doing this to the girls? Imagine what is happening in our beautiful Tutukenina. So, community members, please. It's very worrisome and we shouldn't go to that extent. There are a lot of beautiful women and whatever here. Yes, on the computer training, Mr. Hershon is saying that he is still a bit nervous. So the courses that are going to be offered is the basic computer skills, that is going to be for now 750. And then office admin, secretarial and reception is also going to be offered, and then he will come up with that price later. Yes, I think he once told us that this qualification will be evaluated by NTA. NTA. So let's join and register ourselves for the training. The other classes will commence after 2, up to late, maybe 20 hours, depending on which course is. I think you will draw up a timetable for that. Coming back to the point of Mrs. Hangwe on the contributions for the one that we had last week, I remember we sent out a list that one is still to continue. Do not think that it died. No. For those ones who did not give us something, it did not die a natural death on yourself. So you still please assist in contribution. The grade 1, they were supposed to bring cool drink. Only if you did not give us something, then you contribute. For the rest that gave in, it's fine. Sorted with you. So for the grade 1s, it was supposed to be the cool drinks in the plastic bottles, 500 ml. Grade 2s, the cool drink in the cans.
Long meetings later, you start to ask what we will talk about. With that, I would like to request all the parents to stand up as we do our prayer. We've come to the end of our meeting, first meeting for 2023. Thank you very much.